is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode on my channel, Asimo. And today I'm going to actually be showing you guys a day in the life of a roach breeder. Yes, I said it, a roach breeder. So I've been doing this. If you guys go look back in a few of my old videos, I do have like Madagascar and cockroaches as well as Dubia roaches. But today I'm going to show you what like a medium-sized breeder looks like. Obviously, there's people who do this for a true living is where I'm trying to get to. But for now, I'm just building up my colonies to get to that. So let's go ahead and start off with the video. Alright guys, so today is actually not feeding day, so I'm just going to be showing you guys what I normally do and just tell you guys like a normal thing that I would do almost every day or every other day that I'm actually in here, because I have this part, and as well as I'm going to show you guys the isopod collection soon. That's going to be another video. You can expect that within the next few weeks, because that one is going to be a lot. We have right now around almost 50 species of isopods. And today we have around five or six species of roaches. So let's go ahead and show you guys the Dubia roaches. Alright guys, so as you guys can see, these are our Dubia roach bins. Right now we have, I believe, 6 Dubia roach bins. A lot of them are going to be filled up, so it doesn't look like it from here. Once I start taking some of these, we have tons of Dubias in each and every one of them. Right now I'm just breeding out a lot of the babies and I'll be separating them later on. But we have a lot of Dubia roaches. So obviously I'm in no short supply. I do like doing a ratio of around 4 to 5 females per male. So that's why they've been doing so good. The males don't fight in here, which is great. They are on a constant supply right now of just bananas, oranges, some chicken food mixed with some other stuff that is really good for them. I do switch stuff out with squash. They get watermelons every now and then, and some other stuff, but one of their main diets is going to be the bananas and the oranges. I do go organic when I do feed them, so all I do is just feed, or I just wash off the fruit when I get it. But that's just one bin. We have this bin next to it, this blue bin. We obviously have that bin, but it looks exactly the same. We have this blue bin right here, and this bin is doing great as well. I just got to get another bin to put them in, but for now they're doing great. We have a lot in here as well. This bin is a newer bin that we just got from one of our actual Dubia suppliers. He's a really nice guy. He breeds a lot of Dubias for his one bearded dragon that is very picky. It only likes eating them freshly molted ones, so you know when they are white, it only likes eating those. So every now and then, maybe every 4 to 6 months, I go over there and grab some for him. So he has definitely helped out a lot. And that is how that bin looks. But then if you go all the way across, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the other one I have to switch out is over there. And that is number 6. So that is the other Dubia bin. But then what are these roaches? So we have multiple different types of roaches. Over here in the smaller little container that I'm just breeding out of right now. These are actually going to be our hissing cockroaches, but these are actually going to be the Halloween hissers. So they have a nice color to them. They're gonna look way different. Obviously I'm not scared to touch them, but it's a little pain to open this up. But yeah, these guys are beautiful, and they just started really breeding in here, so they're gonna be exploding soon, and I can't wait for that. But for now, they're just gonna be put off to the side, and just gonna let them do their thing as the time comes. But over here, here's our other bin of roaches. So I put way more egg crates in here. So I can put that back over there. So I put way more in here, but these guys are doing fantastic as well. I hope you guys can actually see all this amount of Dubias. But that's just putting over those egg crates. They're all over inside each and every one. And then we got the other bins over there, which I'm actually going to show you guys right now. Alright, so this bin, if I can move it out a little bit, is actually our lobster roaches. So if you guys don't know what lobster roaches are, here's a little video of them. But overall, these guys are great. They are very prolific, fast breeders. So they are for, if you were to buy some for a bearded dragon, you'd have to buy it for a smaller one, because these guys are very fast, or in a knoll or something else. But you do want to make sure that they are in a tank where they can't escape out of, because they do climb. That is the only, I would say, downside to them by using them as a feeder. So they can climb the plastic like that, so you have to be careful. But we're breeding a lot of these guys. So Dubias take usually around like 6 months to actually become adults. Well, these guys take on an average around like 3 to 4 months. depending on, you know, the current temperatures or just the husbandry of them. If they have good husbandry, then they'll actually breed a little bit faster and they'll actually grow a little bit faster as well. So that is a good thing for us. Right now, we didn't start off with a lot. We just knew that they were going to catch up real fast. So we've had these for about 6 months now. I think we only started off with about 50, and now we have over a few thousand for sure in there. Probably 1,000 adults by itself, let alone all the babies in there. Probably say around between 5 to 10,000, because there's a lot that's in here. So let's go ahead and move right over here. All right, so this bin right here, these are some of the classic roaches that actually I believe were popular even before the Dubias were. These guys are the orange head cockroaches. So they are basically a perfect alternative besides for Dubia. So like if we were to run out of Dubia, these would probably be the next main things that are gone out of our collection. So these guys breed a little bit faster than Dubia as well, and they get around the same size. And these guys, they're great. I do love having these. They basically, the care for all the roaches is exactly the same. They eat the exact same things as the Dubia roaches are. They breed, like I said, very fast. This room overall, the temperature is, I believe, between like 85 and 90, almost at all times. I do turn it off every now and then, but the heat, these guys, we didn't buy as many as we did for the lobsters. So, and since they're a little bit slower, that's why it's taken them a little while, but we do have a lot in here. And we have a way bigger bin, so it doesn't look like we have a lot, but we have a lot overall. The difference between these guys and the Dubias is that when these guys are sexually mature, they look exactly the same from each other, like the male and female, versus with the Dubias, you can tell the males actually have a little bit longer wings, while the females have like little stubs of wings, and then they come in a very, very more dark, shinier color. So that's how you can tell the difference between them. Actually, let me grab you one right now. So this right here is a male Dubia. So I have to grab it by the wing because they just go all over the place. They are very fast and fidgety, unlike the females. As you guys can see, this guy is traveling all over the place, very fast. But yeah, so I only have to put around, like, you see, those are some very, very, very nice wings on them as well. But they don't fly. They do use these wings to glide though. So that is a good thing about them. So when they are actually, now that he's still, you could, once it focuses in on him, there you go. So like I said, he doesn't fly, but he does glide. So if you did drop him from a height, then you'd be able to actually see him open up his wings just to soften the landing that he's on. But overall, guys, that is the main parts of our roaches. But I do have 2 more species of roaches to show you guys. Over here, so these guys are actually some of the biggest roaches that we have, or actually the biggest roaches that we have, but some of the biggest roaches in the world. These are the Madagascar hissing cockroaches. So let's just open up this bin and I can show you how much we have been very, very, very successful in the breeding of the Madagascars. So we are actually going to be opening up a few more bins to start breeding them in. These guys do climb as well, but they don't have wings. These guys get really, really, really big. You guys can see my finger next to one of them. These guys get huge. Obviously with that means that they can eat a lot more. I am about to change out the egg crates because you guys can see they're just chewing through them, but they do eat a lot, so I'm not surprised. But we have tons of egg crates to choose from just to switch them out. And once the new bins come in the next day is when I'm actually going to be changing them out and moving them into a new bin. All of our bins are like this, stuffed with roaches. I don't know if you guys can see that, but these guys are huge. They are great. These guys are also another alternative for Dubia. Like I said, they can climb. They like to climb. The adults can't climb as well as the babies can though. So the adults I normally don't have too much of a problem when it comes to escaping or anything like that. But the babies definitely, if you're gonna feed any baby Madagascars to a lizard or anything, or a tarantula, you just gotta make sure that they actually grab it and kill it. Because if they don't, then it definitely can escape from your house, and you don't want that. Even though they won't really breed, especially if they're by themselves, they can't breed. So I wouldn't worry about that, but just to not have roaches in your house, it definitely would be great. Alright guys, so I was actually just about to end the video, but then I forgot. I actually have one more species to show you, but I don't keep it in that room. From what I was told when I first got them, they don't like the heat that I normally would have for my Dubia roaches. So overall, they are right here. So these are going to be our chrome roaches, but you know, got to move some stuff. This one doesn't have as many in it, so just moved it off of this bin. And then in another video, all of my different isopods, like we have the orange cream, we have the aficionados, we have the pearl, Hoffman Segai, giant canyons, we're in orange, we have zebras, we have a whole bunch of isopods, around 50 species, and I definitely will go over that in an upcoming video. But for now, let's go ahead and finish this video off with the chrome roaches. So these guys, they can fly, and they will fly. So they definitely don't hide it. We have a lot of these guys as well. I did a trade for these guys, and overall, basically, I was just breeding them for a few months, and then I'd give a quarter or a third of it back to the guy who originally owned them. So for 6 months, I had them. Right now, I'm just sprinkling Bugberg, and that's what they're gonna munch on, and then I'll water it later. But there was way more sphagnum moss in here, is what they were mostly in. Now they're just in the dirt. I am gonna be transferring them out soon. But these guys, when they're adults, just like this one right here, they are very, I mean, not even just as adults, but just in general, they are very fast. So here we go. Here's one up close. They are very, very fast. They do climb glass. They climb glass. They climb plastic, as well as you can see, they're very small, but they can fly. So that's why I have the lid overall on top of them at all times. But you see how fast they're just chowing down on it. They're moving all throughout the substrate in here. So they're doing great as well. I have to split some of them into this bin because there's not as many in this bin, but that's how much sphagnum moss I had for them to thrive in and move around in. So I did sphagnum moss and substrate for them instead of doing the regular old egg crates for them. But I keep them out here with all of my isopods. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You know, one day I'll go over all the springtail cultures that I have, even these very, very, very nice springtails. If you guys know what these are the orange springtails. I don't know if you guys can see that one that's up there. There's a few of them. Once these guys start breeding, that's gonna be great. But then I'll go over all of these, like I said, these isopod species later on, including my most expensive ones, my Marylunella tricolors, which are on that top bin right now. I was just taking some pictures of them. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. It would mean so much to me, as well as help other people get inside the hobby. So all right, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.